Imagine traveling at blazing speeds, a world with no traffic. What could you do if you had such an amazing power? Would you travel the whole world, or even the whole universe? We are speculating about what if we could travel at the speed of light in today's video of Discover Zen. Light is made of particles called photons. Photons are massless, so they always travel at the speed of light in a vacuum, which is 299,792,458 meters per second. And according to our current understanding of physics, the speed of light is the maximum limit for any object to travel. This means nothing can go faster than light. And even if you want to travel exactly with the speed of light, you need to be either a photon or you should be having unlimited energy. This might be a little bit confusing to understand, but Einstein's general theory of relativity actually proves it. The equation for relativistic energy looks like this. Here, E is energy, M is mass, V is the speed of a particle or object traveling, and C is the speed of light. This equation generally implies that the faster you travel, the more will be your mass, and so is your energy. If we want to travel at the speed of light, then V should be equal to C. Applying it in the equation, you can see that the denominator value is 0. That means that we need infinite energy, which is already impossible. So realistically speaking, it is impossible to get anywhere near the speed of light. Now let's talk about what would happen if you can actually travel at the speed of light. As mentioned above, the faster you travel, your weight increases. But it's not really noticeable at lower speeds. For example, if an object's mass is 0.5% more than normal if it's moving with 10% the speed of light, then at 90% the speed of light its mass will get doubled. You will also experience something called time dilation. Time dilation, in the theory of special relativity, is defined as the slowing down of a clock as determined by an observer who is in relative motion with respect to that clock. For example, if you flew on a rocket traveling 90% of light speed, the passage of time for you would be half. Your watch would advance only 10 minutes, while more than 20 minutes would pass for an earthbound observer. You would also experience some strange visual consequences. One such consequence is called aberration. It refers to how your whole field of view would shrink down to a tiny tunnel-shaped window out in front of your spacecraft. This happens because even photons behind you appear to come in from the forward direction. In addition, you would notice an extreme Doppler effect, which would cause light waves from stars in front of you to crowd together, making the objects appear blue. Light waves from stars behind you would spread apart and appear red. The faster you travel, the more extreme this phenomenon becomes until all visible light from stars in front of the spacecraft and the stars to the rear would become completely shifted out of the visible spectrum. When these stars move out of your perceptible wavelength, they simply appear to fade to black or vanish against the background. So, you would ask, what if we traveled faster than the speed of light? Well, that's not even possible. Even getting to 10% of the speed of light will be a major breakthrough. But what would happen if we can teleport? That sounds like a different topic to speculate and investigate on Discover Zen.